Greetings and welcome to this week's edition of One Big Thing. Kurt Goulding here, and today's one big thing is government. You know, I've been doing a lot of pondering about our world, what it is today and what's going on. And man, we have become so dependent on the government for everything. And unfortunately, I have to include myself as having fallen into that mind frame. I consider myself a very conservative, libertarian type that truly believes a free market and fair marketplace can solve all problems. We seem to react, though, to, oh my goodness, the gov's got to do something. We need the government to do something, instead of using this as an opportunity to innovate and bring a solution. Yeah? But unfortunately, we're broken people. Too many people are looking for shortcuts rather than working hard, persevering, and innovating. Now, they choose to stick their hand out or take the shortcuts, cheat. You know, we're going to always have the poor around us. It's just a fact. But we need to be willing to give them a hand up. Now, that's things like education or making the playing field equal so that they have the opportunity to fail or succeed. Up to them. And you know, if something's free, what's it worth? So markets have become totally dependent on what the government says regarding this or that. You know, how many acres of corn? How much soybeans are the Chinese going to import? What's happening in Brazil? Blah, 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 blah. So tomorrow, we get the big long view report. You know, the reality is this information's worthless. They just give us an estimate. I'm not so sure they aren't down at the local pub throwing darts and saying, okay, this looks good. But they're going to tell us a little bit about planting trends and demand trends for the next 10 years. Now, consider, do we really need the government to build an enormous bureaucracy that's loaded with a bunch of mediocre career employees, guys that are second or third teamers? Sure, there's a few good ones. However, generally speaking, the best are in the private industry. That's where they get rewarded for the innovation and productivity. Yes, meritocracy instead of equity. You know, government work's about being average at best. Where is the desire to be the best? To compete? Right now, in the world, the U.S. is rolling over. Oh, we're so bad. We're so terrible. Oh. They don't want to be, or at least our leaders, they don't want to be the best. They don't want to be leaders. Look, leaders lead. They have a vision. They're going to take us somewhere. But instead, the folks that are in D.C. are all about pushing us down to the lowest common denominator to create equity. Yeah, and as a result, what's happening? China's kicking our butts in everything. You know, in the city of Chicago, it was reported they had 55 schools there that had zero proficiency in reading and math. Unfreaking believable. But nobody cares. There should have been riots. It seems pronouns are more important than anything. God help us all. So looking at the markets as we're in these trading ranges, same old, same old. We pay attention to the weather. It's good here in the U.S. Got big storms coming in, rain, snow. Bad in Argentina. It's hot. It's dry. And in Brazil, it's both good and bad. It's a little wet in one place and a little dry in another, and, just going on. Oh, well, one thing I almost forgot to mention is that, we're on the verge of nuclear war. Mr. Putin has lost his mind. He's got to make himself relevant, and he's threatening the U.S. that he's going to pull out the nukes. Until next time, real happy trading.